Oh Lord, my peeps, my peeps. What's going on, Peep Squad? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling, my peeps, my peoples? Let's get into it. Let's talk about growing up hip hop, baby. It looks like it's going to be a good season. It looks like it's a little bit unorganized, but it is what it is. How y'all doing? What's up, Williams? How you doing? Stay in church, stay blessed, and pray for us, Williams. Pray for each and every one of us. What's up, April Morgan? How you doing? What's good? What's good with everybody? How y'all doing? I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. Of course, we didn't have a snowstorm. We had everything go on out here in these streets. But before we get into the review, let's talk about a little something. You know what I mean? Let's talk about your girl. Let's talk about Miss Wendy Williams. Like, OMG. Like, Wendy Williams is actually doing a lot better. And allegedly, her and her son, there was rumors out that Wendy Williams and her son, Kevin Hunter Jr., basically, he gave his mother an ultimatum, and he basically, severed ties with his mother. And so now we know that's not true because he's actually posted this to Instagram. He's been with his mother in Florida. He's been with his mother in New York, Manhattan, shopping trips, doctor's appointment. Wendy Williams' son, Kevin Hunter Jr., he appreciates his mother. He appreciates what she did in the life that she provided as well. So did his father contribute to that as well, too. But in any event, Wendy Williams is doing well, y'all. We was over here on this channel. We was praying for Miss Wendy Williams. We was like, oh, no, that can't be true. She does not have dementia. She is not confined to a wheelchair. She's not living, and basically she's not here. She's neither here or there. When the stories came out and everything, Wendy walking around in robes and things of that nature, looking like OMG. But Wendy Williams was in them expensive robes, baby. A lot of people was talking smack about her, but she was in them expensive robes. And she had no shoes on. Wendy Williams was out here walking to the doctor's appointment barefooted and everything. I haven't walked barefooted since I was a child growing up down south. But in any event, when it comes down to Wendy Williams, it seems like she's doing better. It seems like she's getting the A-OK. And we might be seeing Wendy Williams at a screen near us. All the reports, all the accusations, we just said, nope, not in the name of Jesus. Nope. And that's what we did over here on this channel. And when it comes to Tasha K is the one that said the rumors that Wendy Williams has, dementia, early stages of dementia. She got holes in her brain and things of that nature. And she's confined to a wheelchair, or she's having a hard time walking and all of that stuff. And she's not coming back to TV, and she's living in a safe house. This is what was reported to us from Wendy Williams. And we know Tasha K has had the scoop when it comes to Wendy Williams, when it comes to her family, when it comes to everything. She done had the scoop on that. She done had the scoop on when it came to, Kevin Hunter. Kevin Hunter was dropping information and Blase the third. But over here, we didn't claim that. And then, the recent live that Tasha K did on Nene Leakes. Oh, man, Nene Leakes. Lord have mercy. Nene girl, like Nene. You got people out here telling stories about you. This is just sad. But in any event, on that particular live that Tasha K did, Tasha K said that Wendy Williams was fine. She's doing good. She's taking the Dr. Sebi diet, the same diet that, and the same type of treatment that, her son went through when he was allegedly struggling through any type of situation. And we know with the Wendy Williams Lifetime documentary and her Lifetime show, Wendy Williams did not mention her son really in that documentary or the Wendy Williams movie because she didn't want him in there and she didn't want his personal business or anything out there. She left her son off limits on that situation. And that's what you call a good mother. No matter what Wendy Williams have done and said in the past, she knows what to do. She knows what's going on. But in any event, coming down to that situation, Tasha K said on her live that Wendy Williams is doing okay. Her brain is growing back. She's getting more brain tissues and everything. Blase ain't the third. But in any event, we are just so happy that Wendy Williams is good. Like, she's good. So, a lot of people don't like Wendy Williams. You know what I'm saying? But I like Wendy Williams. It is what it is. And then Tasha K was giving accolades to Wendy Williams as well, when previous in other lives she done said some things like it's done, it's over, she's finished. But she changed her tune. So, that was funny, but also it was also rewarding as well because, over here, I was like, pray for your sister. We ain't gonna claim that in the name of Jesus. We ain't gonna claim none of that. And look at your girl, Wendy Williams, doing good, baby. Look at your girl. The person that reported the story is saying that she doing good now. Everything is kosher with Wendy Williams. She's back to normal. She don't even got, what's that thing that make her feet swell? I don't know. I forgot the name of it. But she's doing good now. So, you know what I mean? We pray over here. You know what I'm saying? We pray warriors over here because y'all done help pray for me and my family, especially when my family went to Mexico. And I was like, yo, they need to get back safe. Y'all have my back, and they did. So it is what it is. What's going on? How y'all doing? What's going on, April? What's going on, Major? What's going on, Ralph? Ralph's in the building. How you doing? What's popping with you? Justin T, please. Hey, what's up? What's up, LSW? How you doing? How you doing? Wendy just needs time to get her mind and body right. Amen, Major. She's back in grave disease. That's what it was. She said she ain't got grave disease no more. Her feet ain't swollen no more because she's following that diet. But the prognosis that Tasha K gave and every outlet from the biggest that been around for 30 years reported the same thing. You know what I mean? But now we can report that Wendy was doing good. We believe over here, baby. We believe us. But in any event, so that was good to, to hear and know. And actually seeing the video of Wendy Williams doing good. Her face look a little chunky, you know what I mean? She probably hasn't got any shots. She probably hasn't got any type of, upkeep with her face that she usually gets because she's on TV and all that makeup and blah and the third. But Wendy Williams look healthy. She looks thick. Baby, look at them lips. Wendy got lips, y'all. Wendy got lips. Wendy nose is all, it look like a black woman nose. So Wendy is filling out. Wendy is looking thick out here in these streets. And let's get to the situation when it comes to Moneybagg Yo and it comes to Ari. Ari was out here talking, mess. You had homegirl from Love and Hip Hop. I don't even know her name anymore. But in any event, she was basically on a podcast and she said some things about she wants Moneybagg Yo to do something to keep her, and she wanted it to be in a way that street people live their life, the way when you are with someone that is a thug and he lives by the streets. And basically, if you listen to that song Tupac, Me and My Girlfriend, you know what Me and My Girlfriend's about. It's not actually, so in any event, she wanted for Moneybagg Yo to have his girlfriend out on her. And basically everybody is like, girl, what are you talking about? You know how many things have happened to women and things of that nature. So girl, you doing too much. Fall back. Like, you crazy. Like, what's happening? Why would you say this? And then why would you not care? But in any event, the rumors on the street is that she's been dropped from Fenty Beauty. Because you guys know what Rihanna and Chris Brown went through. And for, Ari to make that statement out here in these streets, people feeling a certain type of way. Rihanna didn't come out and make a public statement or a public announcement, to my knowledge, that she's no longer a Fenty Beauty ambassador. But we know when it came to Drea Michaels, or Drea Michelle, whatever her name is, Drea from Basketball Wives, when she said what she said when she was doing an interview, she got dropped from Fenty Beauty immediately. But it hasn't been so clear with her. But in any event, everybody's saying that she was dropped to the streets, drop, Blase the third. But in any event, as Ari do, because Ari is very like, her self-esteem is high and her ego is high. She's very cocky. So basically, she said she done already made $200K. There's only been 8 days in 2020. She's blessed and highly favored. So whatever y'all want to say, whatever y'all want to get at her about, it ain't the situation. But one thing we know for sure, if Moneybagg Yo and Ari break up, we know who is the culprit. We know who is the problem? It would be Ari. Ari's a problem because what she's described as Moneybagg Yo is being mature, trying to teach her how to be a woman, how to teach her how to act, how to teach her not to be, so, the way that she is, like, too much, and basically just having temper tantrums like a child. And so in any event, she said he's guiding her and he's teaching her, the better ways, and tell her not to act this way. That's a mature blasting the third. So if they ever break up, we know it's not going to be Moneybagg Yo. It's going to be Aria pushing him away, because the way that she described this man, he's a saint, he's a teacher, he's a principal, he's a doctor, he's a lawyer, he's a father, he's an uncle, he's a brother to her in a relationship, and basically she's yakety yak. So in any event, Moneybagg Yo basically said that, shout out to the Shade Room, that, in 8 days until the year, I already brought in $1 million off of shows. So basically, Moneybagg Yo said he brought in money off the shows. Basically, they are responding to Tasha K, because Tasha K said that Moneybagg Yo, he's done, he's finished, just because, he used to do the same thing that Lil Wayne used to do. You know what I mean? That cup, that drink. But in any event, last year, Moneybagg Yo was the highest streaming artist out of all the artists, the highest stream, most streamed artist. And Drake is out here in these streets, and he was the most highly streamed artist. And, so he's responding to what he saw on Friday with Tasha K. So in any event, that's the situation. So Moneybagg Yo and Ari saying that they're good. They don't need Fenty Beauty. They don't need Antibody out here in these streets. What's up, Sims? Sims is up there on the Shade Room. Sim 5050. That's our girl here. She be in the chat. She might be in the chat. But in any event, we got Cardi B. Cardi B is coming at Cuban Doll. I don't even know why you bother with Cuban Doll, but you know what? I understand, because people be talking so much crap and be saying so much. And plus, Cardi B and her man Offset in the beginning of their relationship, the beginning of their marriage, Offset was out here, Offset was out there, Offset was everywhere in the streets. You know what I mean? He didn't even care that he was with, Cardi B. And that's why she left him multiple times. They got back together. But Cuban Doll is one of the girls that had supposedly got with her man. And Cuban Doll is basically talking crap to Cardi B. Cardi B's responding to the situation. So they're going back and forth. Cuban Doll just trying to get up here in the picture because, a couple of days ago, she was like, God bless her, put her boyfriend in jail. I forgot his name. But Young Jay, I don't know his name. He's a young rapper from somewhere with dreads in his hair. He's a cute young man. But she called him out and said all types of bad things about him and talked about, his sexuality. She's basically still trying to stay relevant. And then she recently had an altercation not too long ago on film in a parking lot. And I think she won in that situation. I think she won. It was a tie. But in any event, Cardi B got time today. So she is responding to Cuban Doll. Okay, Cardi B, you got too much time on your hand. And so let's talk about Miss Wendy Osaf. So we got Wendy Osaf. She was on Project Runaway. And, therefore, she got this pantsuit made to wear for the reunion. And I think her name is Kristinia. Kristinia is the girl on Project Runaway that was supposed to be doing Wendy's outfit. And Wendy was like, whatever you make for me is cool. Whatever you do is cool. I don't really care. But Wendy wasn't clear. And this is what I'm saying about Wendy Osaf. When it comes down to her, she hasn't been clear on the show with anybody. She has, when she's taking shots and things of that nature, she's clear. But she's not clear with her communication. So you wonder, how many students passed her class because how did they understand what she was saying? Because she's never clear. She's never clear. When she's dissing, when she's coming after people, she could be clear a little bit, but she's not really clear. Everything that she does is just confusion. You don't really get an understanding of where she's really coming from. One way she's this way, the next way she's that way. I'm here, I'm dropping like it's hot. I'm the professor, I'm the teacher, I'm the wife, I'm everything. I speak for you at the table. This is Wendy Osaf on Real Housewives of Potomac. And so, the designer said, what about a pantsuit? She was like, okay, anything that you like to create, I will be okay with the situation. And so, Kristinia, the artist, she gave Wendy a pantsuit. I guess it was easy for her to make a pantsuit. And Wendy was like, okay, but you could tell by, if you know human behavior and you're reading people, you're doing customer service because you're a designer, because you're creating fashion. So you got to make the customer happy and you got to read between the lines. And so in any event, you could tell that, Miss Wendy, or Dr. Wendy did not want no pantsuit. You know why? Because Giselle had on a pantsuit. Some other ladies had on a pantsuit or whatever. And the outfit looks trash. I don't care. When it comes to like her hips and her thighs, she looks like a man down there. That looks like a man body. If you take off the top, you'd be like, oh, look at that man with his legs crossed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't look good. So in any event, Wendy's over there causing troubles and she's causing situation. What's up, Miss T? What's going on? What's popping with you? Well, they had a crossover. Let me answer Ralph's question. So they had a crossover, Ralph, with Project Runaway with, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives franchise, where, they was a part of Project Runaway, and they was going to make a dress or a gown for them to actually wear on the reunion. And so they brought the ladies there. look at Miss T. Miss T be ready to talk ish. Miss T be ready to talk ish. What's up, Latrise? Happy New Year, girl. I didn't even see you. What's up, Latasha? What's up, Jones? How you doing? So, and y'all don't get me started, because I'll get on a tangent and you guys are talking reckless. Hey, Tawanda, how you doing? So in any event, with this situation, so Wendy was sitting there. Wendy had a little attitude. Wendy be acting like she's a multi-millionaire. Wendy be acting like she's a billionaire when she be sitting at tables with people. Well, we know the truth, but in any event, so she said, yeah, whatever you create. She's never clear. Like, I would not want her as a professor. She's never clear on the show. She don't understand anybody else where they coming from. Like, I would hate for her to be my teacher. But in any event, congratulations to her for being a professor. But the behaviors that she displays on Real Housewives of Potomac, it just makes you feel like, oh my God, if she was your professor, not that she's a cool professor, not that she's an understanding professor, not that she would get it, not, it just seems like she's just, she's, out of this world. But in any event, when it comes to Kristinia, the designer, it's not funny. But Wendy was like, a pantsuit? You made me a pantsuit? I don't know if I was really looking for that, in so many different words. And the designer just started crying. Wendy done bamboozled her. Wendy done bamboozled the poor lady. Wendy was like, I don't know what you Wendy be like, I don't know what you talk about. I do know what you say. What you say? You coming for me? Oh, no. I sit at the table and I speak for you type of ladies, and you ain't the lady that I speak for. Look at the type of behavior you're having. My father named me after Wendy's because he became a manager at the Wendy's restaurant. So he was flipping burgers and said, my daughter's going to be named Wendy. Wendy. So in any event, I didn't even want to talk about this. I seen it last night on the vlogs. I forgot which one it was, but they had the whole story down, and the girl, she just started crying. Like, yo, you can't be at work and just start crying. You just can't be at work and just be like, oh, you made my burger wrong. You forgot to pick up this pieces on the floor. You forgot to paint this area. You just start crying. Because she was like, Wendy's taking away my dreams. Wendy's taking away my hope. Miss T, I can't with you. Double stack with bacon is her new name. Lord. I can't stand y'all. These designers need to have tougher skin. What's up, Rosemary? How you doing, Miss Rosemary Washington, baby girl? Wendy just say no to the pants. Didn't fit right. These pants. I need a better picture. But this outfit is terrible. Wendy don't look like she don't got. Wendy just went to the doctor, and you gonna put her in a pantsuit where it can't show what she has? Like, did you watch a TV? did this designer ever watch, the Housewives? They never like to come in a pantsuit. They want to come in gowns. Wendy was like over the top, gowns and things of that nature. And I think it was easy for the designer to create a pantsuit, but Wendy should have been clear. It was like, yo, I want a gown, I want a dress, I want to look like a princess, I want to look fabulous, I want my body parts that, I paid the doctors to enhance for me to actually show. That's what I want. And you did the opposite. You made me look like, I ain't got nothing. I ain't got no body. I ain't got no hips. I ain't got no thighs. You know what I mean? Like, she just looked like a French fry. She looked like the Wendy French fries. Which she's named after. But in any event, when it comes down to this situation, homegirl, she just started busting out crying. And Wendy, she was like, well, she didn't tell me that. I was like, you didn't look at Wendy's face. You don't watch the shows. None of these ladies like to come in pantsuit. Every now and then, only a few of them do. But the most thing is dresses and gowns, cocktail dresses, theme type of outfits. And so she created this pantsuit. Yeah, this pantsuit's ugly. I would never wear this to the reunion. Wendy put this outfit on at the pantsuit. You already know what we're going to do over here. So, yeah, this outfit is terrible. It's not fitting by the stomach. It's not fitting by her hips. It's not even making... it's an ugly pantsuit, so anyway, she would have lost, if she would have created this and Wendy wanted a pantsuit, she would have lost. But, she didn't lose. And then Wendy was shady about the situation because Wendy posted to her Instagram and Wendy gave everybody thanks, but she didn't give her designer thanks when all the other housewives gave their designer thanks. And then at the show, when the ladies talk about their designer, when they talk about what they have on and everything else, Wendy really didn't say anything much about her designer. So Kristinia was hurt. Kristinia was crying. Wendy come around. Wendy brings shade everywhere she go, and she brings tears and rain. Wendy is a mess. But if you looked at Wendy's conversation with Kristinia, Wendy wasn't clear, but clearly you could tell that she really didn't want a pantsuit. She wanted something extravagant, and she was hoping that lady was gonna know. She don't know you, Wendy. You only been on 2 seasons, and you barely dress okay. You know what I mean? Like, your fashion is terrible, even with the surgery. Terrible. You know what I mean? Even the outfits that you're trying to show everything off, it looks terrible. Your dress for the reunion was terrible, in my opinion. You know what I mean? In my opinion. So in any event, it is what it is. But this shit was, I was like, look at Wendy causing trouble. Look at, yeah, it does look like pajamas. One wrong move look like that pantsuit is gonna fall apart. It looks horrific. So we understand why Wendy didn't give her props. Wendy probably felt maybe this girl Kristinia, she did a whole lot of beautiful design, but when it came to Wendy, she had no idea what to do, how to do. She should have just created, used her imagination of something else. And Wendy's not a young girl, so this pantsuit doesn't flatter her at all. And it does look like it could be pajamas. Only thing is about the top. The top of it looks nice. But other than that, so I thought this shit was funny. And then let's talk about Yellow Beezy. Yellow Beezy's out here. He got his hair blowed out, so he's running around Instagram. He's running around the internet, just showing his hair off, acting a mess, like he usually do. He got people making... in hamburger heaven, yours. So when it comes to Wendy's, Wendy had that girl crying. Wendy was like, I don't care about you. Wendy is a trip. Wendy is definitely a trip. So in any event, the girl started crying, but we got Yellow Beezy. And then let's talk about none other than your girl. She is leaving the hospital with the baby boy that she just had. So Cash Store just had her baby. Congratulations to Cash Store and Terry. And she's got the fur coat on, she got the mink on, she got all the designers on, leaving the hospital in style, so that baby gonna be all right. And also congratulations to Cash Doll on the BMF series that she's on, and she's actually doing a good job. And since her baby father in the movie is not in the movie, in the TV series, I hope she still plays an important part, and I hope she's still in the movie. But in any event, that's the situation, y'all. What's up, Gucci? How you doing? What's going on? Baconator looks better at that. Oh, I can't even say what you said. Yeah. Detroit stands up. He's not following it. It's Tracy. It's Tracy. So that's the situation. So if you check out my short videos, you would see videos of Cash Doll and her baby daddy and everything, as before, leading up to her giving birth. So congratulations to her on having a healthy baby, y'all. So let's get down to the situation. Let's talk about growing up hip hop. I just want to throw some of that stuff in. I was like, Wendy's out here making them young girls cry. Wendy, why didn't you tell her you wanted a gown? Why didn't you tell her you want a tutu? Wendy, why didn't you tell her you want a dress? Why didn't you tell her you want a cocktail dress? Why didn't you even tell her that? Just tell her, I don't want a pantsuit ever. That's what you should have said. So in any event, that's the situation. I'm just like, Lord have mercy. So much is going on with that. So let's get into, I know you guys saw, Miss Nene Leakes out here in these streets. Like, oh man, Nene, they got you out here in these streets. What y'all think about Miss Nene out here in these streets? And her ex-boo is out here running all types of business. What y'all think about that? Y'all think he was telling the truth, or was he telling the truth? What y'all think? Let me know. So in any event, let's get down to the situation. Let's get to Miss Angela Simmons. Like, Angela Simmons, why are you always running? Why? This is your show. This is your production. When there is anything going on, you should be in charge. You should be able to be in the middle of the things. You should be able to talk about the situation. You should be a part of Creed, and you should be a part of TT's, situation. You cool with Creed, you cool with TT. So why can't you talk about it? Why can't you speak on it? Why you always got to run and act like, oh my God, it's a big deal? Like, come on, Angela. Could we get more of you? Could we get another side of you? You're always hiding things. And it's for good reason. You're moving to Atlanta, and I don't believe you're moving to Atlanta for SJ to be closer to his family. You're moving to Atlanta because you got in a new relationship, and you don't want to say nothing because you don't know if this one's going to work, because you was with Boxer, and Boxer had you, get property out there in Miami, Florida for a year where you leased it or whatever the case is, and you had to cut down on that lease because y'all didn't even stay together for, 2 months after you got that property, Angela. I don't know what's going on with Angela. Angela be doing too much. But in any event, she be treating Vanessa like Vanessa is her stepsister. She be treating Vanessa like Vanessa don't got nothing to say, because Vanessa's real to you. You should listen to your big sister. You should listen to her. I don't know why Angela has this thing with Vanessa. Like, Vanessa's not smart. Like, Vanessa, is a bad person. Like, Vanessa is mean. Vanessa is your sister. Vanessa cares for you. Vanessa knows how you move. Everybody else, tipper around on their tiptoes with you, including your mother and your father. And Vanessa just keeps it 100 with you. And also, Angela, where's your sister at from? Where's your sister you don't get along with, that was at the beginning of the seasons when the show first started? We haven't seen her back because she spoke up against you, and you don't want to deal with that situation. But do you have a relationship with her? That's what we want to know. We want to know if Angela have forgiveness. Can Angela go back and be friends with people? Can Angela see the errors in her ways? And if she can't, this is why she's having these type of situations. So we need to know, Angela, if you and your younger sister that was on the show that were not getting along, or do you guys have a conversation? Has she seen SJ? Has she spent time with SJ? Has she babysitted SJ? What happened to her? What's going on? It's like she has been booted from the show, and she's been booted from your Instagram. She's been booted from your life. Now, if you do this to your own half sister, Angela, is a beg of a question of why your relationships don't work out, because you don't have accountability for anything. So we shall see. And Angela, you can make the show a lot more spicy, but you don't. Oh yeah, that's right. That is McNeil. That is definitely right. She seemed more tight with Cree, but at the same time, she put Cree in her place. Angela has always been jealous of Vanessa. Lord have mercy. She's looking boxers. And next. What would you say, Major? Hey, Andrea Sims, what's going on? Well, how you doing, girl? How you been? Sims is in the building. I want you guys to all keep all of us in your prayer. Keep my family in your prayer, and also keep Sims in your prayer as well. Keep her in your prayers. Let's pray. Keep each other in each other's prayers, for real, because you know what? You need people out there praying for you. Because remember the old saying, when you have a praying grandmother, you wonder why this one's still alive, why that's still going on, because there's somebody praying. So we pray for each other, we'll be good. For real. All day, every day. You see Wendy Williams, who was over here praying. Look at Wendy Williams. Y'all pray for my kid, and guess what? They got back here from Mexico. So it is what it is. So let's get down to the situation. Let's talk about Treach. Treach is basically, he sees his son Tyran, and Tyran is doing his thing. He got his own shop. You know what I mean? Treach didn't put no money in it, but he was supportive mentally. But his mother, Sandra Denton, aka Peppa, she put all the finance and the money into her son. It's about time, sister. And so therefore now he got his own little karate shop and training and everything. And basically there's a situation that was going on, when it comes to Egypt and Sam. What else is new when it comes to Egypt and Sam? There's always something going on with Egypt and Sam, but actually it's like this season, it seems like Egypt is actually putting on that situation where when everyone says that Sam is, basically has control over each and everything that she does, and basically she imitates him, and it's almost like they're brother and sister, or they like best friends, because now she wants to do UFC fighting. Now she wants to fight. She needs to be focusing on music, artistry, dancing, doing all types of other different things. Why is she out here in altercations in Vegas at a bar on a rooftop with Sam? And then basically they're still pulled out. They got the Nina pulled out and all that other stuff. She would never be in that situation if she wasn't with Sam, because she didn't have friends like that. And you guys also seen her friend do an interview with Tasha K and basically say Egypt is not the same person she was a long time ago. We all change, but at the same time Egypt has isolated herself, and she let herself be isolated with Sam, where like she doesn't really have anybody to talk to that's going to really give her good information that she can trust, that won't go back to the blogs, that won't go back and repeat this, that won't tear up her relationship, that hates her relationship, because everybody else don't like her relationship, don't like her man, don't like nothing, and anything that they find out is going to come to the blogs and people are going to talk about and post about it. So therefore she keeps everything to herself. So whatever Sam says to her, it is gold to her. Like, he can say one thing to her, but if she had a person that she can bounce ideas off of and talk of and basically kind of create her own idea, but she don't have that. And now we're seeing that Egypt is lying to her father. So if she's lying to her father, and he's supposed to be this high mythical, personality and person, a father that she would never do that to, but now she is. So now it almost begs the difference that Egypt has been lying to her mother all along, but at the same time, if you listen to what Treach got onto, the Breakfast Club, and he talked about his relationship with Pep before the Salt and Pepper movie came out. Pep was into anything and everything, and so she's probably like happy that her daughter is only doing this mild stuff when it comes to Sam, but at the same time, I don't think that she has the vision to even be concerned. She's trusting her daughter. She's giving her that respect. She's giving her this. She's giving her that. She's being, a friend to her instead of a mother, giving her advice. But would Egypt even take it? But now we know Egypt and Sam have moved out on their own, and that's good for them. But now Pep doesn't have her eye on them, and I don't know if she ever had an eye on them like that, because now it's just Egypt is lying. Hopefully she's lying on camera, and she's being honest with her mother and her father, and this is just a storyline. Because if not, like, we've seen all of you guys that have been with me for a long time, we talked about the promises of Egypt from the beginning of growing up hip hop, because since the show started, I've been reviewing it. I love this show, and I love the people on the show, even though I want to see more action. Like, if the people I like is beefing on the show, I don't care. Like, I don't take sides. Like, I want the entertainment. But in any event, it's just sad to see that this situation, ultimately that Egypt is really a follower, and she's following Sam. and Sam knows that, because why is she in the UFC? All of a sudden she had an altercation with Briana, and now she wants to do the UFC. Now she's out there. What happened to her music? What happened to, I know she's working on it, but her music can't be promoted like the way it needs to be promoted, because people don't want to be bothered with Egypt and Sam. They don't want to be bothered with Sam, and it's just like she's put all her eggs in one basket with Sam. But what I can say about Sam, at least he didn't get her pregnant. At least he hasn't married her yet. You know what I mean? At least he hasn't did all that stuff to her. And then he said when he marries her, he'll sign a prenup. But at the same time, what do we expect from Egypt? Look at her father. Her father has substance abuse issues. Her father was naughty by nature, was running around in these streets like crazy. You know what I mean? Like, and even though, come on, naughty by nature and Pep's her father, what do you expect? We expect her to be with somebody else different. We expect her to be with little baby. You know what I mean? We expect her to have high hopes, not dabble in the dirt, not dig up in the dirt and chill with the worms. You know what I'm saying? We expect a little bit more, but hey, she don't expect more. We can't expect more from Egypt, and we can't expect Angela to have a decent relationship that actually lasts more than 3 months. So what do we expect? Why are you talking about Angela? Y'all are too much. So, so what can you really expect? So in any event, Tyran is telling the story, but also we got to call out Tyran too. Tyran on camera, he has these situations with Sam. He don't really like Sam. Sam is this, Sam is that. But at the same time, if you go to his Instagram, you go to Sam's Instagram, they're hanging out, they're doing all this type of boxing matches, they're having altercations, which, is only like altercations as far as, play, boy housing, boy boxing, boy this, boy that, or whatever the case may be with that situation. But it seems like off camera you're cool with him, but then on camera it's like, oh, he's a liar. So like, y'all need to get y'all story straight. Just like the same thing before. It was said that TeeTee was cool with Sam, and then when she got on camera, she didn't know that man. Same thing with Briana. So we're seeing it trickle down. The same thing with, Lil Twist and Sam were coming up with ideas, to make the show set off. And then all of a sudden now Twist don't know Sam and he ain't cool with him. And all the videos, all the information of what I'm saying, I've already dropped it on my channel with all the proof and the information. So it's just like, it just seems like everybody's lying, if you want to be honest. And then we got Sam basically getting arrested, and the altercation that he was out with, his girlfriend and everything. They got in an altercation. Sam has been charged with, having some type of object that is very bad to have. And so therefore allegedly he was arrested, and at the same time he's using this alibi of being arrested and being in jail as the same alibi to protect him from, because there was a trans woman that came out and said that she was involved with Sam, and Sam posted up on his Instagram his arrest record when he was arrested and before he got arrested and everything else, to basically throw out what the trans woman had said about him. So in any event, there's also, I remember researching that I did see something online about his arrest, and he posted in something else, but then at the same time there's 100 media outlets that are saying that Sam was never arrested and this is fake and it's a storyline for Growing Up Hip Hop. So I don't know if Growing Up Hip Hop would go that below. I don't know if We TV would not do the research and not get the arrest record of Sam and then actually put it on the show and say content, because that's just beyond lazy. So in any event, so we got that situation going on, and basically Tyran is saying that Egypt jumped into the altercation to help her boyfriend out, and Sam may have pulled something out, or the people he was in an altercation with may have pulled something out. Treach is like, what's up, who had the Nina, who had this, who had that, and he's basically saying Sam don't got no privilege, no matter if he's half and half, he don't got no privilege at all. And so Tyran is basically telling the father what's going on, but they're not really being clear exactly what Tyran said. Egypt jumped into the situation. Egypt should never jump into the situation, but Egypt thinks that she's a dude now. She thinks that she's Sam. She thinks that she is a sumo wrestler. She thinks that she's in the UFC and she's training like, girl, Maybe the UFC will be good. She has to look for the UFC and everything else like that. But now we clearly see her lying to her father. Before it was okay. Maybe she's not lying. Before, like, her story was all panned out, but she said they're really just lying to her father. And it's like, who do you love more? Do you love your family that brought you into this world, or this man that you are with now? That basically, if it wasn't for you, he would probably still be on the street. He wouldn't be on the street because he's a smart dude. He does got good music and he knows how to, survive. But he wouldn't be making $4,000 a month, $4,500 a month. He wouldn't be making $2,500 to, 18 to it's $2,500 to $10,000 an episode or more on Grown Up Hip Hop if it wasn't for Egypt. Yes, he was truthful. He told Egypt he had kids. He told her that he was homeless. He told her all this stuff. And she just accepted him because I think she wanted a project, but she didn't know that this project was going to turn around and make her a project. And her confidence that she do have, it all relies on the man that she's with. He's her confidence now. And that's scary because she don't got nobody telling her nothing. Whatever this man says is gold. And it's just bad when you don't have friends, but she chooses not to. And he also makes sure that she doesn't have people around because the only thing that he uses, it says, oh, they're coming for us. They're jealous of us. Ain't nobody jealous of you, Egypt. Ain't nobody jealous of what you and Pep have. Ain't nobody jealous of that situation. What they really want to do is help you, but you can't see. And it's like, you need to have that opposition, Egypt. You need to have somebody say, hey, listen, this is bad, that's not good, that you can throw ideas off of, but you cut yourself off of that. So now it's like her only brainwave is whatever, her soon-to-be husband tells her. But at the same time, he hasn't gone really out of pocket. Let me see what you guys are saying. I heard that too. I heard that too. And I heard that woman, Ralph, was, lied on a bunch of other people. Not Egypt. Did I say that? I don't know. She's dancing like she has. And also when Egypt usually gets intoxicated, which I have seen on Instagram multiple times, and I do have, the recordings or whatever. Sam is usually the one that is not intoxicated. So if you got Sam and Egypt intoxicated in public, it's a bad situation. And so that's when it went down from that. And Sam's supposed to be older and he has children, and he will understand that he wants his children protected. And, they should have never been doing that in public. They should have never, knowing that you have adversaries, knowing you have people that don't like you, people are going to test you. And then Sam has a cocky attitude too as well. And Egypt's going to follow right behind him. So that's why she jumped into the altercation that Sam got into, allegedly, or whatever. And so Treach is hearing a story. Why ain't your daughter talking to you, Treach? Treach, I don't know if you in Egypt's life. I don't know if you really been in her life consistently or whatever the case may be. I know you got other children, but the way she's acting towards you in the way that you're coming on, before it was all good. Everything he said was good. Oh, I love this dude. Taking pictures with him in New York. Oh, yeah. Sam's a good artist. I ain't even gonna front. I ain't gonna lie to you. His music is dope. But I don't know why they don't pick it up. There's a lot of artists with worse reputations and they pick up their music. But, Treach, come on. Now all of a sudden you concerned. Everybody's been trying to warn you. TT's been trying to warn you. The world been trying to warn you. And all of a sudden it's a problem. Are you here for a check? Are you and your wife here for a check? Or did they give you more money, you know what I mean, for you to act like you are concerned about your daughter? Because in any event, where you come from and what you from, you still got people that still want, reputations out there where you from. And you going to tell me Sam can't be touched? Oh, okay, come on. If you really want to Sam out of your daughter's life, if you really, truly, honestly wanted him out of your daughter's life, you could have him out. Anybody could have anybody, disappear if they want to, especially with the way that you communicate, the way that you talk, the way that you let them know that, you know what, you're not going to run this game on my family. You're not good for my family. You're destruction. And so it almost seems like he's here for a check. Hey, Charmaine, what's up, Your Majesty? How you gonna be an actor, a singer, getting photo extra and face? I don't know. So, you got all that situation going on. And then we got Mac Main. So we're going to leave, Egypt and Sam, they're going to bring all the drama. And you know what? At least Sam and Egypt, they bring it all. And we got Cree. She seems like she's bringing the drama too as well. So we got Mac Main. He came, he's the big brother. So when it comes to, Little Twist, unfortunately, Little Twist is out here in Texas where he's from. And he's riding around with something he should not be riding around with in the core, and especially since he's a 2-time felon, and if he gets his 3rd strike, he could be in jail for life, and his father's already in jail for life. It's like, Twist, what's going on? Like, you were supposed to be the next coming up. You was talking all this mess that, what's his name? Master P, and Lil Romeo, I'm going to bring it. I'm going to bring this. I'm going to bring that. All this other stuff. And what did you bring us, Little Twist? I just want to know. Now you worried about this going on. Like, you talking about ICDC college? If you was in ICDC college, you might not have been running around the town or running around the streets like the way that you was running around. But also, I would have to say that, when it comes to being in Texas, you guys heard what happened to Mo3 and what's going on with these rappers. So I don't know if you are in that mixed Little Twist, but so in any event, so he's riding around for no reason. Unless, if he was riding around with it, you know what he was up to. I'm like, Twist, what's going on, Twist? We rooting for you. And then you got Twist actually say that, I don't know if Twist actually said it from his mouth that he is a 2-time felon, Justin Bieber's weed man. He said that. So did he get a felony because of Justin Bieber? I thought it was a misdemeanor. So you're telling me that, Little Twist, you took a felony for this dude, Justin Bieber, and he dropped you like a bad habit. He don't know you. He don't mention you. And, I think recently he kind of said something like maybe a year ago, Justin Bieber. But now Twist is actually coming out and saying that he got played. He got used by his management, his people that he was working with to take the blame for Justin Bieber. So I just hope that, Twist didn't get a felon, his 2nd strike or his 1st strike because of, Justin Bieber, because the sentence that he put together, it seems like he got a strike because of Justin Bieber and he wanted to, be that guy. Like, and we can't, I think it's terrible. It's messed up, and people convinced him, and plus his father's in jail for life. I don't know who was around him or whatever, but that should have never been the case unless you got $1 million off front. If you gonna take a felony for somebody and it's Justin Bieber, you want $1.5 million up front, and then you want to make sure he do 5 songs with you. Like, but, I don't think he had that brain set at the time, or didn't care, or thought everything was going to be all right. He didn't know Lil Wayne was going to turn out the way Lil Wayne turned out, for a time being a time moment where Cash Money, Young Money broke up and everything else like that. But it really seems like he got a lot of raw deals, but at the same time, he's not helping his raw deals as well. Stay in the house, get an Uber, put on a bulletproof vest and wear a football helmet. I don't think he's gonna get this third strike. At least I hope not. I don't think he is, because he wouldn't be so chipper on Instagram if he was. Because baby, I'll be over there where Russell Simmons is at. So Mac Main, basically, he was a part of Young Money, and he's basically saying, we put money in you, we did this for you, blah, blah, blah. What you need to do is clear his record. That's what you need to do. Get some of them charges off of his account. That's what you need to do. And then you need to give him, I'm not going to say a shower, but he looks like he needs a shower. You need to cut them dreads off. He did fix his teeth. I had the video. I don't even know where the video is at of Lil Twist fixing his teeth. I don't know where it's at. I don't even know where it's at. Like, he fixed his teeth, so he got his teeth fixed. That's cool. But he need a whole, I know he got this comfortable style. He got all this other stuff. But he needs a whole new vamp. I'm sorry, Lil Twist. I like you. I feel you. But your style is terrible. It's awful. You know what I mean? It don't look good. It's not in anymore. It's not part of the, it's not part of nothing. But in any event, they need to work on his image first before you invest money in his music, and then get him a girlfriend that, that is kind of popping or something like all these other rappers do. Like, if you're really gonna invest with him, get him a relationship, because that's what happened. You see Ari and Moneybags, you see what's his name, G Herbo and Tahina. All you gotta do is get these guys relationships, and then their rap career just really, take off. Look at Future and all his relationship. How you think Future is really popping because of all the women he got? Then he got good music too. But at the same time, it's relationships. So they're doing it the old way. So how you you just dropping a song and dropping an album and nobody knows about it. People don't know Little Twist. Little Twist got to be on the Shade Room. He got to be on Neighborhood Talk. He got to be on Onsite. He got to be on the blogs. He got to be on these YouTube channels with a relationship. Like, if you really gonna put money behind for him to grow, what grows these guys? Their relationships and then money. Look at Money Mayweather. Why do you think Mayweather's still popular? His daughter, Yaya, is with the hottest rapper, and that's who? Homeboy, NBA Youngboy. And so that keeps him entwined, because NBA Youngboy got a bunch of baby mamas that are influencers and popping. And Mayweather being the best boxer of all time, and then having his daughter dating this rapper that's connected to female rappers, that's connected to all these other baby mamas that are popping on YouTube and everything. That's how Mayweather stays popping. So, Mac Man, I'm just going to say that you ain't really putting what you say into it. And you investors that say that you investing in Lil Twist, y'all ain't really investing like you're supposed to, because you can make this man look good. Take that hair off, take the face off, take that hair off his face. He already got his teeth fixed. You know what I mean? Dress him up with some swag and have him out here looking like he's presentable to somebody, okay? In any event, this is the first time you actually really see Little Twist actually, like, he's not joking, he's not playing around. He really respects Mac Man, so that's cool. He really respects him, and I think Little Twist would say these dudes ain't put money in me like that. They putting the bare minimum, or they putting nothing. So, but he respects that relationship, and I just think Little Twist has been taken advantage of over and over and over and over, and he really never caught on to the game of him being taken advantage of by the industry. And I think he should be doing more and showing a change, showing growth. We do see some change and growth with, him having a, what do you call it? Hot slippers, line, but there's much more he could do. Like, we want to see much more. Like, you can't talk about Romeo and shade Romeo when now you're facing life in prison. Who's better off? Who's the better? Who? I would rather be corny than facing life in prison. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, my sister Major. What's up, Monique Hill? Hey, Mary. Oh, that's all right, girl. Not 13 baby mamas. Cassandra Henderson, how you doing? Happy New Year to you, girl. I'm glad to see you. I've been missing you too, baby. Rosemary, everyone have a blessed day. You have a blessed day too, Rosemary. And thank you. Now he needs a shot. I didn't mean to say that. I hope Justin Bieber No, Justin Bieber didn't give him nothing. He just cut him off and dropped him, Your Majesty. I never seen Little Twist as the next. I can't with you, Ralph. I can't with you. Shaking my head. Just the tea, please, Major. I am so mad at Twist. How he's doing enough to take. I know. That's what I'm saying. For Justin Bieber, and Justin Bieber didn't give him no money, and Justin Bieber's out here doing everything. I knew there was a reason why I didn't like Justin Bieber, but it was a whole lot of reasons why I didn't like. But I do like some of his songs, not all of his songs. And then when he did the Comedy Central skit, roast, Justin Bieber was even more unlikable on the comedy on the roast of Justin Bieber. And then Little Twist caught time for Justin Bieber, and he didn't get nothing out of it. Nothing. He can't even get a feature. Imagine if Justin Bieber would have gave him a feature 5 years ago, 4 years ago, a feature, a couple of songs, promoted him on Instagram, shouted him out. They would be looking for him. That's messed up. And so this is why I'm saying he's been taken advantage of. And I feel bad for Little Twist. And this is why Little Twist got to come for Romeo. You need, ever since you got on this show, Little Twist, you should have been dragging everything with Justin Bieber. You should have spoke it all. You should have had a little 8 paragraphs and a little tell all about Justin Bieber, what he did to you, how you didn't have the power, how you didn't have the privilege, but he didn't. He came after Romeo, and then look at Romeo left the millions on the table. But in any event, Twist is basically being very remorseful, and he's sorry that he hurt, Mac Main, and also like what he ends up getting himself into recently in Texas. I totally understand these rappers can't be naked out here, because if you are naked, you might end up as a casualty. So I understand that, but I don't know if Twist got it like that, or they think Twist got money. Well, how do they think Twist got money? You see Twist on Instagram, his money goes all to the greenery, okay? And his necklace, cost $2? He shop at the thrift store. But in any event, he did buy an Apple Pen a year ago. Let me stop. Lord, forgive me. But in any event, so you got this situation with Little Twist. I like Little Twist. I ain't gonna even front. I like everybody I talk about. I just be shady. So with Little Twist, it's one of them situations. Poor thing. But this is the moment that you see Little Twist actually. He's not being a comedian. He's not being shady. He's not talking back. He's not acting like it's a big joke. He's taking this moment very seriously. It's a wake-up call. But he has so many wake-up calls, and it's just like, when are you ever going to catch on? But in any event, it is with his puppy's cute. So moving on from that situation, we got Angela. Angela's out here moving to Atlanta. And you know who she neglected to tell? She neglected to tell her sister that she was moving to Atlanta. You know what I mean? She neglected to tell Vanessa. She told her mother, she told her father. Like the same thing when she moved to Miami to be with the boxer, Jacob, and she didn't tell her sister because her sister was going to tell the truth. Her sister was going to give her real information, and that's how Vanessa gets down. And Vanessa don't sugarcoat it. And when it comes to Vanessa, Angela has said a lot of wrong things and have cut Angela out of deals and telling Angela she can't promote the brand that her and her sister created because Angela was promoting other brands, and she had a contract with these other brands where there was an issue in the contract where she can't promote her own brand. And Vanessa was like, oh, this is what I want to do. So Vanessa had to fall back. And then she's treating Vanessa like, oh, once you do something on your own, you need me, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know why Angela acts that way towards her. And then Angela couldn't wait to shade Vanessa. Oh, you big girl, you thick. Oh, you don't want to get in his baby suit? Just get in the baby suit. You bet not go to the doctor. You bet not get this. You bet not get that. All types of stuff. She's always shading her sister, but when real shade and when real incidents kick off, she wants to be quiet. Like when it comes to, little Romeo. When it comes to, what's her name? Your girl with the freckles. When it comes to whore, it's a situation. She wants to stay quiet about it. But when it comes to shading Vanessa or shading her sister, she's quick to do that. But she's not quick to do that with anybody else because she knows there's a fine line that they ain't going to go all the way there with her. And I don't understand what's the discontent with Angela. Why do you treat your sister like that? Like, you haven't explained to us. You haven't explained to the audience. It hasn't came off to the audience that Vanessa did something wrong to you, that Vanessa's wrong. Only thing it shows is that she's a concerning sister and you don't want to hear her concerns. You want yes man. And look at Portia. Portia got nothing but yes man around her, and look at her situation. Look how she looks on TV. And I don't know if Angela's actually coming to Atlanta. Maybe she's coming to Atlanta to move, to do Real Housewives of Atlanta. She did deny them rumors. But in any event, when it comes to Angela, Vanessa knows that there's a man involved. So Angela should be producing a man sometime soon. We'll see. Because, Vanessa feels like she's probably moving here for a man. She's like, I'm moving here for SJ's family. You ain't never spoke about SJ family, about the kid being around him. The last time that SJ was alive, you was taking him to court. You wanted full custody. He's in Atlanta, and you're out here in LA, and New York, and you was taking him to court there, to cut off this, cut off that, and all this other stuff. Now, all of a sudden, she got an epiphany that, oh, I want him to be around his family. Did she wake up or what? Or is there a man in Atlanta? You know what I'm saying? Because before it was just like no SJ and his family, no nothing. She barely even mentioned him. And then once he did pass, rest in peace, rest in power, she was involved in court proceedings with him to not have him see his son. So all of a sudden now she wants to move to Atlanta. Okay, All right, we're gonna rock with that. We're gonna see who you're gonna be dating pretty soon, or if you're gonna be on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So in any event, she feels like she don't gotta tell her sister anything. You don't gotta tell Vanessa anything, but don't act surprised when Vanessa's on TV with you and then you saying this and she's shocked, like, why are you leaving me out? It's like you always want to leave. You Angela makes sure that she isolates, Vanessa. She tells Jojo, Tanise knows, the mother, the father knows, but the older sister don't know. Like, come on, Angela, why you do Vanessa like that? Vanessa don't deserve that, Angela. Vanessa seems like a sweet young lady that got your best interest. She messed up one time when it came to Romeo by telling Romeo some things that she shouldn't have told Romeo, but she was caught off guard and she wasn't sure, and she had Master P and Romeo in her face. And maybe she didn't do everything that she was supposed to do because, Angela, you keep her in the door. Hey, Cassandra, what's going on? What's up? Yeah, she is beautiful. She is beautiful. Vanessa is gorgeous. She is gorgeous. That's the big sister, little sister in a Mosley Overdrive. But Angela be playing her on TV, but Angela don't want to be played on TV, and that's the problem I have. You want to play Vanessa on TV, but she can't play you. She can't. You cut her off. You be like, I'm not filming. I'm leaving. I don't want to talk about it. But yet you play her to show that you don't talk to her about anything. Like, she's always in the dark, basically saying that you have mistrust, basically saying that you don't want her advice, and basically saying that you don't want her to know what you got going on, and you don't trust her opinion. So basically you're shading her without saying it, and that's not fair. And because Vanessa hasn't really went there, and Vanessa could. Is Egypt still? Yes, she's still with that boy. Cameron looks good. She does. Vanessa down to earth more. Yes, she is. Vanessa is a class act in the family. Yes. She is. Angela runs away on her own show. How you gonna fit on Real Housewives? That's what I'm saying. And so they're having a conversation and they're talking about ladies' night, having a party, things of that nature going out. But Angela knows she's shading her sister and making it look like Vanessa is, she's the big bad witch coming to stop Angela's fun. Angela, you ain't having no fun. Because if you was having fun, you wouldn't be buying condos out there in Miami, Florida for a guy that didn't even let you come to his boxing match and cut you off immediately to jump back to his baby's mother. And then you're trying to make it look like, Vanessa is all in your business or she's hating on you. But you made Vanessa really try to feel bad when it came to when she had body issues. You really kind of like threw that in there, threw that salt all over there, where Vanessa got her snatched back immediately. Vanessa snatched back after you tried to try her, bring it up in front of daddy, and tell him, oh, she's going to do this. I don't think about that. She won't try on this baby suit. I don't want, even though she probably was trying to be a big sister, but if anybody would have did that to Angela would have felt a certain type of way. So Vanessa was like, okay, little sis, you want to play these games? Vanessa snatched. She's more snatched than you, Angela. She snatched. She snatched. She snatched all the way, baby. Angela is a rise on the Russ house. Hey, Art, bye. What's going on? Just got here. Hey, we just talking about growing up hip hop and some other things that we were talking about earlier. Growing up hip hop, the new season. And I was like, look at this view of Miami. Just so beautiful. So in any event, so you got that situation. Now moving on, we got Layzie Bone. Y'all, I got a crush on Layzie Bone. Back in the day when we was growing up, my clique, my girls, we all each one of us had a boyfriend that was from Bone Thugs and Harmony. It was something that was platonic. We never met them. We never seen them, but we all picked the one that we want. Like you had New Kids on the Block, you had New Edition, you had Belle Dip DeVoe, and then you also had B2K, groups that you and your friends would be like, okay, I'm dating him, oh, you dating him, just playing around. But Layzie Bone was mine. And he still looked good, but he's been taking L's out here in these streets. So I haven't been too happy with Layzie Bone and him with 21 Savage and all this other stuff that he was doing. And then watching him fall back at the versus battle. At least he was trying to defend himself, but he was falling back. I don't know what he was doing on stage. I got the video. I'm going to show you guys. Not on this channel, though. Ralph, you know me. I be doing too much. So in any event, so he's back, and they're talking about their kids. So Layzie Bone's talking about his kid, and he is working with. I forgot her name. Um, what's her name? Sakoya. Sakoya. So he's working with Sakoya. So are you really working with her, Layzie Bone? Are you related to Sakoya? Maybe he's related to Sakoya. I don't know, because I don't want to put it out there. But it looked like Sakoya. I'm gonna be probably wrong. Sakoya and Layzie Bone. What's going on? I'm feeling a little jealous over here. Looks like something going on. And then it looked like something going on with Sakoya and Stevie J. We know Stevie J don't have no barriers. He doesn't have a moral meter in his bone. Okay? He don't have one of them at all. So they're having a conversation about their kids, and it seems like, Layzie Bone is basically trying to get Sakoya and the Simmons together, because Sakoya and Tanise got into it last season. Sakoya basically felt like Tanise was being disrespectful. She was being rude because she rolled her eyes, and she was like, "Oh, the mother looks younger." It was not that big of a deal. Tanise was pregnant at the time, and so Tanise was on it. And I would say something about Tanise. Tanise last season, she showed us the other side of her. She showed us that she can speak up, she can talk, and she don't need the Simmons to represent her at all. She don't need Vanessa. She don't need Angela. She's going to do her thing. And if she don't like something, y'all can't force her to like something. Before, we used to see that, and she gave us her history, her background, how she grew up. So she's about that life. She's more about that life when it comes to her husband. But in any event, Tanise, she should have went over there and ran to her husband when he got snuffed by Little Twist. She was over there trying to talk to the ops. But in any event, it is what it is. So we have this situation, and they're talking about their children want to go back together. I know these rich people, their kids want to, Boogie, Dame Dash's son, he wants to go back to the hood at one point in time, but Boogie don't want to do that no more. Boogie don't like the hood. Boogie done seen the hood too much. And so now their kids, you got Sam and Egypt acting like they're hood, like they gangster and all this other stuff, when they got money, when they got a home, they got a roof over their head, they got assets. They have so much money that they do have. They have so much opportunity, but yet they want to do stupid stuff and act up in the street. Sam knows better. And so Treach, I got to look at you like, yo, you seen what's going on. You gave this guy the okay, hugging up on him like, that's my boy. I'm confident in his confidence when he said, I'm not straight, I'm not gay, he's something, singing Prince song, you was all cool with all his behaviors, him getting into it toe to toe, you had his back, and all this other stuff. All of a sudden now this season, you got questions. You should have been had questions a year ago. You should have had questions 2 years ago. You should have had questions 4 years ago. Now all of a sudden, you get a rollout deal on the show. I don't think you really care about Egypt like that. Like, you don't care about her relationship like that. Like, it's just like, do whatever, because you don't have tumultuous relationships in your past, and you had one with Pet. So I don't think he really cares. Oh, Boogie's coming. Sakoya is mad at Angela over her baby daddy, right? Yeah, she's mad at Angela over her baby daddy. And that information was told to Angela and Tanise. So that's why it was a little rocky. But it seems like Sakoya is going to get into it with Stevie J's daughter too as well. They want to the block verse. Yeah, they want to be on the block, the crossroads. Yes, it's the first of the month was the first of the month. Oh my God, it was the first of the month. So in any event, they're having a conversation and try to bring the people together. But one thing I would like to say is, when it comes to Layzie Bone's a very honest man, and he was honest about 10 years ago, I believe. And you guys can search on YouTube. Layzie Bone gives a story of how he felt Eazy-E passed away on Foxhole Radio with Jamie Foxx. And so I'm hoping that this documentary that Little Eazy is making, he's making it with Layzie Bone, I believe. And Layzie Bone was, Bone Thugs and Harmony was signed to Eazy-E. And so therefore he told, and it was that interview went viral when things didn't go viral back then. But check it out, it's still on YouTube. And this is one of the reasons why I like Claudia Jordan, because Claudia Jordan was on Foxhole Radio. Foxhole Radio was like the number one to me. On YouTube, it was number one. Everybody I was subscribed to on YouTube was covering Foxhole Radio with Jamie Foxx, Claudia Jordan, Corey Oakums, Speedy, and all of them. There's a bunch of them. and they all end up having their show. So it's just like, I can't even believe, like, damn, Claudia was on this show, and then Claudia doing Reach Around Radio, and, Bone Thugs and Harmony, all these other celebrities used to come on and just, pour their hearts out. And that's what, Layzie Bone did about Eazy-E. So check it out. Foxhole Radio interview with Bone Thugs and Harmony, aka Layzie Bone, and you'll get so much information out of that, how he felt. Like, tell me my man don't look good. He 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 look good. My man look good. I'm sorry, but he does look good. He is married. But I want to know what's going on with Sakoya. So is he managing Sakoya? Is Sakoya related to him? I don't know, because Sakoya is Jojo's daughter from Jodeci. So I don't want to put it out there. But baby, a man is a man 7 days a week. Okay? They can call on Jesus. They can say they're pastors. They can say whatever. But a man is a man. Okay, so he's with Sakoya. He's trying to, cut off all that other stuff. But Stevie J is going to be sitting down with Sakoya. So I don't know, Sakoya, you making your ways around this show with the OGs? What's going on, girl? Let me know. I want to know. And so we got the situation with Tanise and Jojo, where Tanise is basically saying Jojo is not doing what he's supposed to do. Jojo is not watching the kids like he's supposed to do, because congratulations to Tanise and Jojo. They are married and they have their second child, which is a boy. And Jojo was there for the first child, or at least for a year. And Tanise is basically saying that she wants to do more. She put her life on a back burner. Well, you married a Simmons, and you know what you was gonna get. That's why you didn't even have Angela or Vanessa be, bridesmaid. You chose other people, and they wanted to be your bridesmaids, and you didn't pick them. So you already know, she knows what the deal is. She knows what the deal is. You think Boogie left the show? Okay, I gotta find out then. I know. So Sakoya is going to be going into it with Stevie J's daughter. And Stevie J is sitting down with his daughter, Savannah. And Savannah has been on Instagram. Anywhere she can tell the people that Stevie J is not an honorable father, she will. But they will film together, get this money, baby. And remember, she had them PPP loans. She's still free, so it's all good, I guess. So in any event, you got this situation going on where Tanise is calling out Jojo that he works at the studio too much. He does this. I don't know. He's bringing money in somehow, some way. I don't know is he bringing money in for music, or if he's bringing in money for investments, because I don't know who he working with, what he doing, blah, in the third. Or maybe it's underground. I don't know. But anyway, she's calling out Jojo, basically saying that she want to be out more, but then at the same time, she goes, I want to hold my baby. And then Jojo, you know how Jojo is. Look at their baby boy. Ain't he cute? He's so cute. That baby boy is Joey. He's so cute. And so then Jojo's like, cut the camera. You basically trying to tell the public that I ain't a good dad, that I didn't do this. I was with our daughter for a year. I did this. I did that. What are you talking about? I was up late last night. You gonna try to make it seem like he got into his wife. Like, cut the cameras. Hold on. This is my family. And at that moment, Tanise went to woosah. She was like, you know what? Let me just change the subject, because Jojo does too much. He just goes off. He goes all the way left field. And then, he ain't got no bite with that bark. You know what I'm saying? We already seen it. You know what I mean? Because Lil Twister wouldn't be sitting there if my sister is the EP and invented the show and he did me like that on camera. Oh, no. So, okay. We already know. And so Angela has the baby, but then Angela kind of confirms what she says, because Angela tells Jojo that please let Tanise out. Let Tanise come out with the girls, because we're having a girls' night out. Why would she have to say that? Unless she's always stuck with the babies, and she tried to have that conversation. She shouldn't have had the conversation on camera with him. He was gonna fall back on the situation. He was gonna yell and scream and do too much, and that's exactly what he did. And maybe he is doing what he's supposed to do, but Tanise has always had these little small claims of Jojo putting his life and his business before her and what she needs to do, even when she didn't want to have another baby. But he was like, you better have another baby. You gonna have another baby. That's what I want. I want a boy. He got the boy. He got what he wanted. She gave it to him. So if she gave you what you wanted, what she was on TV crying for ions and ions, for this woman to have a baby, and she did, then why did she even have to ask you? You know, she had a difficult pregnancy the first time. I don't know if this pregnancy was difficult because she was working out in the gym and she looked like she was just, you know, well better in the mindset too as well. So that probably helped. But if she did all that, you've been begging for a boy. You even went to your father, sat down to your father. Well, she said she ain't gonna have another baby. Well, I don't know. Like he gonna get a divorce and everything. She gave you a boy, not another baby, but a boy and a baby. And you gonna tell me she gotta sit down here and ask you questions whether she can do this and whether she gonna do that. She put herself on the back burner. But Denise, are you really making money or no? If he's bringing all the money in and he's making all the money, y'all living in New York, it's very expensive. So let him do what he needs to do. I don't know why y'all can't hire anybody. These people that you can get people to work for you, $11 an hour, $13 an hour, $14 an hour, $15, $16. If you really want a good person, you know, you're gonna have to pay $50 to $60 an hour to have somebody in there with the baby or whatever the case is. But at the same time, if he's bringing the money in and you ain't gonna cash in like he's gonna cash in, but maybe take her time to cash in, but let him do what he gotta do. But at the same time, Jojo, she gave you what you wanted. So she should be free to leave the house when she needed, because you was out here crying every day. You was almost acting like you guys were going to get a divorce if she didn't have another baby. And you brought it to your sisters. You brought it to us. You brought it to everybody. So it is what it is. So in any event, they're going to go out. They're going to have a good time. You know, they're just having their marital woes. And then also we have Cree that wants to hook Angela up on a date. And Angela said that, you know, she has, you know, a dating site or a dating person or a dating guru that can actually hook her up with the guy that she wants. Okay, Angela. Yep. The guy that you want and the guy that, you know, this guru could hook you up with is the guy that you're moving to Atlanta for. We're not buying SJ family because you ain't even mentioned them like that. And so now we get down to the situation when it comes to TT and it comes to Creed. You know, Creed is looking for that smoke. Creed and Savannah, they want that smoke. And TT, you gonna get the smoke this season. And I hope they give you the smoke. I hope they don't run away from you. I hope, and I hope, because you've been skating off for the last 3 seasons. You did so much when you first came on this show. You was in everybody's business, TT. TT, you was in everybody's business, running people's business, running the business, running everything. You was in Boogie's business. You exposed Boogie and his criminal record. You talked about Kristinia. You exposed that to Angela. You helped with all that situation. You helped do an investigation on Sam and what he was doing, and you did that with Briana. Like, you did a whole bunch of stuff, baby girl, and you skeeted off and nobody ever came for you. Even Briana came for you at one point in time, because remember when Briana and TT did not get along, they ended up getting along, and she always got along with Angela because she was giving Angela the tea and the gossip, and she was actually like the it girl on the show. So therefore, we got Miss TT. She wants to turn over a new leaf. Miss TT want to be Miss Almost Married Girl. Excuse me. She wants to be almost Miss Married Girl. And, you know, basically not living drama. And I don't blame her. She don't want to be in drama. But, baby, Creed is bringing that drama to you. Creed wants the drama. She wants the drama. They are testing you, girl. And you said all your life you only wanted to be an actress. So let it happen. Like, come on. But we know Creed is looking for the drama, because Creed has came after TT, basically calling TT, you know, saying that TT messed up her name. She said, TT, don't mess with my name, don't mess with my business or my family or my money. And that's what you did, because TT said that she didn't want Creed to plan her wedding. And TT didn't want Creed to plan her wedding because Creed went back and told Angela and Vanessa what, you know, Savannah told her that came from Sam in Egypt. So then TT felt like she was working with the ops, and then TT was like, nah, I don't want her to do that. Creed took it as, yo, you trying to embarrass me, you trying to hurt my business. And not even only that, Creed took it as, Okay, next season I'm gonna create beef with it. That's it. I got a reason. Yo, Angela was at the um matchmaking. She wanted a matchmaker. That's what she said that she wants. But in any event, so when we get down to this situation, so we have it go down, and Cree basically is confronting TeeTee and telling her how she feels. And I was just like, OMG. So it's like Cree came off hot, and even TeeTee was like, girl, you coming off too hot. Like, TeeTee, that's how you used to come off. Creed is just doing what you used to do, and Creed is coming for you. Creed said she didn't know that TeeTee was going to be there, and basically, since she's here, she's gonna have this conversation with her because Creed said that she don't want to be fake and phony and kumbaya with TeeTee when she got an issue, when she got a problem. And her issue is, any issue that she could have a storyline on, because I don't think Luke Campbell, your father, is gonna let you use him anymore for a storyline. He helped you get to where you need to get, where you got another season, so therefore you're gonna have to carry it all the way. So in any event, Creed says what she thinks, and Creed said that she felt like she was, you don't ever betray my professional, betray me as non-professional. And I don't think TeeTee really portrayed her as that non-professional like that. She was just like, yo, you working with the ops, so I can't work with you. And so Creed is basically saying that TeeTee had a lot of negative things to say. And TeeTee said, I never said nothing about you. I never said anything bad about you. Like, what are you talking about? And so Creed was like, well, you can bully Sam in Egypt, but you ain't gonna bully me. I was like, what? Creed is like that girlfriend that's making up that you cheating on them, and you ain't really cheating, but they got the whole scenario together. This is what Creed's doing right now, but it's entertaining. And Creed was like, well, you said it not once, but you said it twice, that I couldn't be your wedding planner. And you told Vanessa that. And Vanessa, I need you to sit here too and listen, because she said it to you. I was like, what, Creed? You're making this shit up as you go, girl. And Creed is like, you said it twice, and Creed said your issue should be with your family and not with me. And TeeTee said, but I don't care about any of this. What are you talking about? Like, I never said one bad thing about you. I never said nothing negative about you. And then Creed said, you bully your family, you ain't gonna bully me. And then Creed goes for the juggler. Creed says, girl, you talked about Sam in Egypt, and you talk about them living off a pet, but girl, you are living in your mama's house. So we got TeeTee. We find out that TeeTee got her new man, that's her baby daddy and her fiance, and he's supposed to have money. He's supposed to be so much better than Sam, but yet they living in mama's house. And we know the situation is, when your children are growing up, when your children become adults past 18, like, we're supposed to still help them and support them and make sure they can get on their feet so they won't have to struggle and get bad credit and get in debt. But at the same time, TeeTee was out here acting like her man was everything. He had this plan, he had that plan. He's doing this. We're growing together. We're doing that. We're doing all this other stuff. And Sean is so rich. Sean got it going on and everything. My man provides. Everybody's like, oh yeah, Sean's a good man. But Sean done moved to California. He moved to LA. And baby, he don't have a pot to piss in, but TeeTee's mother's, house to piss in. If my mother owned a house, I would live there with my husband too as well. But I wouldn't be bragging like somebody else is broke and somebody else don't got money. And look at him leeching when the man that you chose, the man that you, and we can't play no games. TeeTee told us herself that she chased this man down, that he really wasn't interested, and she made him interested. She stalked him. She got his attention. He really didn't care about the situation. Then they hooked up, but she was a woman that knew what she wanted, and she wanted Sean, and she got him. But at the same time, Sean can't provide a place for them to live in. You know what I mean? He don't have the money. He can't afford it. It's too expensive. He can't afford what she wants. So therefore, TeeTee went after the man. She went after a man just like what? Sam, living off of you, being on the show because of you, to give you a storyline, and your mama got to pay for the wedding. You know what I mean? Because you are the girl. But at the same time, he's living in your mama's house. So we got a whole lot going on. We got, TeeTee calling out Sam for being a leech, and it seems like your fiance is a leech too as well. He can provide a home for you and your child on his own, okay? And he's supposed to be this well-to-do guy. So you got a whole lot going on. I'm just like, and TeeTee's like, I can't believe this. TeeTee don't want no smoke. But TeeTee used to want smoke. It's just like, come on, TeeTee, I want to see the old TeeTee come back and read y'all down to the ground. TeeTee used to be into it. TeeTee would be like, I got facts, I got pictures, I got receipts. What you say, huh? What you say? Oh, that's not the case. And TeeTee even, went with little Romeo. Had a relationship with little Romeo when he was supposed to be hooking up with Angela, wanted Angela, so hey, and so did Briana was going after little Romeo too. Okay. So that they wanted her leftovers. But her mom has a lot of real estate. Why not give your daughter? Well, she didn't give her the house. She's living in the house, but you can't say that one man is living off of another woman, living off a pet when your fiance is living off of you. So you can't throw stones when you live in a glass house. Okay? So when you live in a glass house and you throw stones, you can't throw stones because why can't he afford, a place for them to live in when it, his own, because most of the time, okay, my mom has this property, but this is what I'm going to create. This is what we're going to create. So once you say that this man is Sam is living off of Pep, then your man is living off of your mama. So you can't throw stones when you live in a glass house, baby. And so in any event, this is the clip where she says that, what's her name? Cree was not going to be a part of her wedding planner. Then we got Miss Angela. She gets up, she walks away from the table, she runs away. I don't want to be involved, but she'll leave her sister there to be involved. Even though Cree called out, TeeTee and called out Vanessa to sit there. She want to have a conversation where Angela jumped up and she ran from the conversation. That's your sister. So you're going to leave your sister high and dry? Angela, you're showing a lot of characteristics that really ain't cool. Like, you're going to leave your sister there? What if something did pop off? What if something did happen? Oh, you okay with just anything happening to your sister? You're okay with somebody saying something or doing something to your sister and you don't want no part of it because you want to keep this good girl image? That good girl image is gone. It's been gone. So stop it, Angela. So in any event, so we have that situation, especially when Angela is a trained fighter. She's trained almost every day. She knows how to kickbox. She knows boxing. She knows karate. She knows all that stuff. She trains every day. Look at her Instagram. She is a fighter. She gonna leave her sister just high, dry, hanging like that? Like, come on, Angela. We got TeeTee making all these faces because TeeTee, you getting called out. TeeTee, step up to the plate. You on this show to get paid too, like everybody else. You pull your weight. You haven't been pulling your weight lately. It's just been going after Egypt. All right, pull your weight. You got a new contender. Your new contender is Cree. Let's see how you rock with this. And you're making all these faces. And this is what got you in a situation in the first place. Because when either a little twist or when it comes to Briana was throwing their art event or some event, you was making faces in the grasses and they took it a certain type of way. When you making face like this and things of that nature, making all them faces, people gonna feel a certain type of way. But in any event, TeeTee said she don't know what this girl problem is. She's creating the situation and she needs to stop. Yeah, Sean family has money, but his family don't look like they got no money. I'm sorry. But they appeared on TV. And then it was like, oh my God, look at that dress. Like, oh, thank God we don't got to help out. Thank God we don't got to pay for this. Thank God nothing. You know what I mean? I don't know if TeeTee father is still living or whatever, but, and then on top of that, your son is sitting there shacking up in his soon-to-be mother-in-law's house, and you can't put money on the wedding. Then TeeTee want her mother to pay $170,000 for her wedding to this guy where we don't know if it's going to last, and your mother already letting you live rent-free, property-free, tax-free, garbage-free, water-free, and all this other stuff, and you want to take more money out of your mama pocket? That ain't right. That's selfish. Okay, that is very selfish. Okay, that is selfish. And so Cree is here to call you out, TeeTee. Let's see. Briana, look like she's going to try to jump into your situation. So they had a back and forth on Twitter, back and forth here and there. So yes, TeeTee confirmed that she lives on her mother's property. Okay, you see it on the screen. And so, Cree is feeling a certain type of way. Like, you calling out everybody else, but girl, you live in a glass house, child. And we have Cree that did call or did say that TeeTee would never call her the female dog or whatever. And then also Cree said she's tired of Maureen jumping into the situation. Maureen jumped into the situation and she said people judge by what you say. So in any event, Maureen's jumping in the situation to defend her daughter, and she's supposed to. Facts all day. And so basically we have Cree. She basically posted this to Instagram. She was feeling a certain type of way, and she was like, I don't know what's up with your man, whether he's with you, whether he's not with you, throwing shade that he might be out here, because the rumor is that he has cheated on before. They got really serious, or he cheated in the middle, or he cheated while they was together. So in any event, you got a cheated man that's living off of you and your mama. So you and Egypt got a whole lot in common, in my opinion. So in any event, we got Egypt. Egypt is sitting here lying to her father. She won't tell him the truth. He got to call her out on the situation. It's like, Egypt, this looks bad. Anybody that you should be honest with, it seems like it will be your father, that you keep getting away with murder with your mama. But it's just like, Egypt, you're going to sit there and lie to your father's face. What do you think he's not going to know? He's not going to know what's going on. And then she's trying to keep saying, I want to take headshots. I want to do this. And Treach said there's a whole lot of headshots that they take in prison. And she was like, he was like, so what? Sam's at home? And, Treach was like, well, I'm parole. I'm bail. And she was like, well, it's looking good. He's like, looking good going to prison. So basically, Treach, everything that you're combating your daughter with, what she's saying is facts. But baby, you should have put this in her head. You should have told her something, because basically it seems like she got air noodles up there. She don't understand anything at all. And she's happy with what she has, because she has her mother and her father taking care of her. But if you guys take that silver spoon out of her mouth and say, go ahead, make your career, do something, her and Sam might crumble. Only thing they got is the fans only. Then you got the UFC fighting. They won't be living high and mighty, but you spoiled them. And it is what it is. And Egypt acting like she don't got no common sense, like you ain't never told her nothing, like Pep ain't never told her nothing, like she done raised herself. And we can't say TeeTee. TeeTee's, she's having a situation too as well. Okay, maybe we just said different. Sam moving to Pep house full time. She brought his clothes, his food, and everything, and supported his child. That may be the case, but at the same time, when it comes to TeeTee's mother, she's supporting them. We don't know what TeeTee mother had brought Sean. We don't know, because they ain't putting it out there, because she would have never put it out there. They end up finding the information from Sam and Egypt or Pep to put it out there that they're living in. They already knew, and they just put it out there because she's acting like her man is high and mighty, and he's so good, he's so great. I'm gonna marry this guy, and he got it going on like that. And everybody on the internet, he got money, he's rich, his family's rich, but yeah, he's living in TeeTee mother's house. Okay, so we know there is some fabrication going on. So only thing we can do is go by what we see, baby. And homeboy didn't even want TeeTee in the beginning. She chased him down, and she chased him down, got him on TV. He likes entertainment. He likes to be a club promoter. And then on top of that, he got rent-free place to stay. Okay, I would get with TeeTee too. The same reason why Sam got with Egypt. Like, Lord have mercy. Sean has his own business at home in Jamaica. He has his own business, has his own home in Jamaica, but he can't have his own home and his own business in California. He can't provide a home for his wife and his son to live in. So his mother-in-law has to provide it. It's cheaper to live where he's at now. So that means that he's bi-coastal. He's not making the effort to ever provide for TeeTee in America. It's better for him in Jamaica. So what do you think Sean is doing in Jamaica while he's off from TeeTee? You think he's being faithful out there in Jamaica? You think he's not talking to all them other Jamaican women out there like he likes at the club, partying, promoting, and his business don't make enough money for him to provide for his child and his son in California? Okay, and then how do we know his business is even making money? So you cannot throw stones at somebody when you're living in your mama's house. You can't do that. You can't do that. So this is where Creed's coming in. That's why Creed wanted to throw that in there. Creed wanted us to know that this is the situation. This is what's going on. So I'm just like, Lord have mercy. Sean is a better, probably if you had to pick between Sean and Sam, everybody's going to pick Sean. No one's going to really pick Sam. So we would say Sean is a better option, but at the same time, he comes with negativity, or he comes with lack of pockets. And then if you got TeeTee calling out Sam's pockets, but your man got less pockets too as well, because your mom is providing for you. Your mom is ultimately your husband doing the husband duties by providing room, board, shelter for you. and not your husband. And then if you have a home in Jamaica and a business in Jamaica, that means you are there. And she's basically a single mother in LA. And then she goes back and forth. But where does she want to be? She wants to be in LA because she wants to be in LA because that's what the job is. That's where the money's at. TeeTee said that her ultimate goal, her ultimate dream is to be an actress. And she's doing that in California. So, one of them situations. But in any event, when it comes down to Miss Egypt, she just sit there and just lie to her father's face. If anything, you should have just been upfront with your father. You should have just told him the truth. And it just makes it seem like your situation is so much worse than what it is, Egypt. It just seems like you're talking about you want to be UFC fighter and you're copying everything he's doing. You are copying him and you're imitating him. But what are your dreams? What are your goals? Do you want to do music? Do you want to do acting? What do you want to do, Egypt? It's like Sam is your brain. It's like your brain don't even function, don't even work no more. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, you're not a good drinker. You can't hold your liquor. Why are you out with this man getting intoxicated when you have a mother and a father that their blogs and everything are coming after your family, talking about your family, and you continue to get involved in incidents in public where people could see and making your father look bad. They're trying to say, okay, Egypt, you want to date this man, but just please don't embarrass us. But Egypt, what is Egypt doing out there just acting a fool? And Sam was supposed to be an old man, 30 something years old, going bald and everything, and he's out here in public getting shit faced it, and that shouldn't happen. He should be watching over her and protecting her, because that's what he promised Treach. That's what he promised Pepper, and he put her out in that situation that she's jumping in, and I don't blame her for doing that. But then now you got weapons being pulled, you got all this other stuff. Now your man's facing charges and crimes. Like, you are living a ghetto life when you don't supposed to. There's nothing ghetto supposed to be about your life. No drama like that should be in your life. None of that stuff that you're dealing with. It's like you have put your dreams and you have put yourself aside for this man. And it's just like sad, because it's like Egypt doesn't have no inner power, no inner strength. It's like she can't think on her own. It just, at this point, that's what it looks like. And I never used to feel this way. But it just seems like Egypt's mind is all warped. And it's just like, at least she didn't have no baby. You know what I mean? At least that. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't get married to the man yet. I don't know. Only way Egypt is going to wake up is when Egypt wants to wake up. And sometimes when women wake up, they wake up right out of their sleep. They wake up one day and not know who the man next to them is. And so hopefully that happens for Egypt. Hopefully that happens to Egypt. And I think that when it comes to that situation, the experience, the things that she probably read in her mother book, the things that her father said in front of her face about what his mom used to do, he used to do, or what she's seen as a child, she ultimately went for the worst of the worst. And then, we have Sam saying, oh, he's working on her career, he's doing this, he's helping her music, he taught her to sing again because she had some lungs problem, tonsil problems or whatever. She had all these problems, she had this, she had that, but we ain't seen nothing from Egypt. Yeah, we did see, I'm lying, she did have an album out, but her album wasn't promoted. She had an album out that wasn't too long ago. Maybe she had an album out like maybe 6 months ago, 7 months ago. She had an album out, and it didn't go anywhere. Like, I've never heard from it. Never been no clips out from it. It's like they don't have a production team. They don't have a team. They don't have anybody. And like nobody's working with Egypt. And that's the situation, and the music sounds dope. What he puts together for her sounds dope, but nobody's picking up and nobody's biting. Nobody wants to be connected to Egypt and Sam knows that. And if Sam loved this woman, like he said he loved this woman, he'll let her go and pursue her dreams. And then if it's meant to be, she'll come back. And his dreams, he's ultimately making his dreams her dreams. And so I don't even know if Egypt even have any more dreams. I don't know if I just think she only dreams of Sam and whatever he wants and protecting him. They may have arguments. We've seen them have arguments. They may have, discussions, but it's almost like, she's in a classroom all day when she's around Sam, and he's just teaching her and ingraining her things in her head. And it's sad that her mama and her father couldn't ingrain nothing in her head, but this man did. She's sad. So that's pretty much the situation of the show. So we shall see what is going to happen with that situation. I'm just like, Lord have mercy. Why Egypt looking masculine? So, so we're going to see what's going to happen with this situation. It's just bad that, Egypt is just sitting there just lying to her father. And it's just sad because, ultimately he helped with that. And I don't know if she has that respect for her father like that, but it's just sad all the way together that this dude is letting this guy, and he was like, yo, listen, he loses a lot of people, and your daughter's in the mix of all that. Your daughter's in the mix. What else is she gonna be in the mix of? What else is she gonna be in the mix of? What else is gonna happen? Well, it's not gonna stop. There's always going to be confusion because this is chaotic energy between Sam and Egypt. And so y'all gonna do something. Y'all Jamaican, y'all gonna have to do something with this situation. And then Treach feels like he can't even trust his daughter. He always thought that she was telling truth from being honest. And now he sees that she's not because he got the real story from Tyran. So it's a sad situation all the way together. Lord have mercy. But anyways, thank you guys so much for coming through. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I'll be greatly appreciated. For real, for real. Thank you so much for the moderators. I appreciate you, Major. I appreciate you, Ralph. Rosemary, thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you. Everybody, I appreciate each and every one of you guys coming through, you guys commenting, telling me what you think and what's your thoughts on the situation. Miss T, thank you so much for being here. Everybody, thank you so much. Much love to each and every one of y'all. We'll be back tonight for Portia Williams Family Matters. And there was something else I wanted to talk about before I ended, but I don't know what happened. Where is it? Okay, so we got Creed. Next week, Creed is going to be basically talking about she had a procedure back in the day, and she thinks that she's getting punished by God. The reason why she hasn't conceived yet. And Creed, I would just like to say, you're not being punished by God. It's probably the doctor, and the things that happen and blah, blah, blah in your mental. You should be able to conceive unless the doctor did something wrong, because a lot of these doctors... And so we get to the situation when it comes to Layzie Bone and when it comes to, Lil Easy E. They're talking about Easy E, and little Easy E is trying to bring his sisters together because, Easy and his sisters, they have, issues. And you guys see the police. Do you guys see like the park rangers or somebody at the funeral home workers or the graveyard workers out there park where they at so they can be on camera and watch what they're doing? Like, Lord, let these black men look at Easy E's grave, because Easy E paved so many roads in so many ways for so many different rappers, and he got into politics. He got into a lot of stuff. But in any event, I'm just wondering if Layzie Bone is actually going to say what he said about Easy E passing, what he said on Foxhole Radio with Jamie Foxx. So in any event, this is going to be interesting. I was like, where's Lil Easy? I was about to get mad if Lil Easy wasn't here. We got Savannah. She's telling off her father, saying she don't care. She don't give a if, and she going to do what she want to do, whether it comes to Sakoya, whether it comes to TeeTee or whoever. So she going to have an issue. You already have Briana say that that Briana said that, Savannah and Cree are going to be coming for TeeTee. So that's going to be the storyline. And this is Sakoya, and she's having a conversation with Stevie J. And we know how Stevie J looks at women. So we're going to see. And then we have Briana. She's crying. She's basically tired. She has a child to take care of. Briana is a good person. She got a nice heart. She's humble in a lot of ways, but she's also rude. She's also disrespectful. And she thinks she can talk to people any way that she possibly can. And when people today are a lot different, these young girls ain't going to take no crap from you. So in any event, she gets called out. Popo showed up to her crib because of a car that she had in somebody else's name, and they wanted to take the keys to the car. She said no. The girls called the police on her, and then Bada being the police act a fool because of who she is. So it is what it is. And it's just like, she didn't calm down. She didn't think about the argument, the situation with her son being there. I'm not blaming her, but she does too much. She does a lot. And if you follow her on Instagram, she's been involved in a lot of altercations that have not even been on this show, when she's just out in public. Why is bad energy following you when you sell incense, you do this, you do that? Why is it following you like that? Okay, so we shall see. It's definitely going to be a good season. I'm definitely interested in what is going on. Peace and love. Briana's either yelling or crying. Good night, everybody. This season, yes, Major, it's going to be crazy. Hey, Tamika, it's going to be crazy. Hey, Vaughn, Kay, it's going to be crazy. Yes, I think it's going to be off the chain. I'm going to be here for every minute of it. We're going to be here together, because this is one show you could just read down. This is one show they give you so much content, it ain't even fun to. Peace and love, y'all. Peace and love. I'll see you back later tonight, probably around 11:30 for Portia Williams' Family Values. And that's a whole lot of situation going on. Peace and love.